What is going on, guys? Welcome back to The Beacon. Today we're going to be covering a new potential leak about Nintendo at E3 this year. Now, we are 5 weeks away from E3. I know it's coming super quick. I'm really excited. We're going to be streaming the entire thing when it does go live. I know that right now only Ubisoft's date is known. I think they're going to be going live on the 12th. The whole thing starts on the 12th, so I know Nintendo will be probably on the Saturday or Sunday of E3. But this was just sent to me last night, and I thought it sounded pretty legit. I know there's a lot of 4chan posts out there, but like, this one does seem relatively credible, and there's a lot of things in here that I think are interesting that I feel like are going to get people either like really heated or really excited. So if you are new here, welcome to The Beacon, and let's get into it. So the first thing, guys, is talking about, I don't know much about Pushmo World. I know it was a game on like the Wii or the Wii U. I know very little about it, but it seems pretty cool. And it says Pushmo World DX, which is going to be in the eShop only, will be available after Nintendo's E3 presentation. As far as I know, Pushmo World was kind of like a puzzle kind of game. Someone compared it to like Snipper Clips, which is on the Switch. So I know very little about it, but maybe we'll stream it if it does come out on the Switch after that. But the main thing I wanted to cover, guys, is what comes next. I'm sure you guys see it on the screen right now. Talking about Animal Crossing potentially getting a DLC or of some sort. So it says the Animal Crossing New Horizons Island Expansion Pass. We know if you look at the update right now for Animal Crossing, I think we're at like 1.1B or whatever it is, or 1.10B. I think whatever comes next is going to be Animal Crossing 2.0, the 2.0 update, which everyone's talking about. But the only thing that gets me about this is that every time you hear about an expansion pass, it's a paid expansion pass. And I feel like Animal Crossing has given us so much recycled content, like from old games, and not a whole lot of new content. So if they add something in like this Island Expansion Pass that is like new content, I don't think it should be behind the paywall. I think you're really gonna make the Animal Crossing community a little upset, because right now, if you look on like a lot of like forums and like you look at like on a lot of Discord, people are talking about the lack of content that's been added to Animal Crossing recently. And I feel like if this would just anger so many people, I don't see this going well for Nintendo. And I know, like, you see games like Splatoon, they got the expansion pass. Breath of the Wild got an expansion pass. It would not surprise me if they did add an expansion pass to Animal Crossing. But like, I feel like they should do that like after the 2 years of like free updates. You know what I mean? I don't think they should add this right now. Like, give Animal Crossing one more year of free updates and add everything that's ever been in past games back in the game. Maybe some new stuff as well. And then maybe next year E3 we can start talking about like a potential DLC for it. I just think it's too early to even consider that. But guys, let me know in the comments how you feel about that. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of you that are probably not, the happiest to hear that. I love Animal Crossing. It's been one of my favorite games to stream, one of my favorite games on the channel. But I just don't know if I think getting a DLC for it is going to be the best way to go. Now, the next thing, guys, we already know is going to be coming is the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. And this post says it'll be released on July 16th. I know I've never really played it, never played when it came out really, so I know very little about Skyward Sword. But when it does come on Switch, like I said, I'm going to stream it, hopefully have a good time with it. I've heard a lot of good things about the game in general, so I mean, that sounds like I don't think we have a release date for Skyward Sword. If we do, feel free to let me know in the comments. And if there's anything on this post, guys, that jumps out to you and you think it might not, it doesn't sound very, realistic, let me know, because I'm sure I might miss something. But I just love doing this because it sparks a lot of conversation, and we can definitely talk about this kind of stuff, because I know E3 is coming quick and I'm really excited for it. Now, the next thing that they're posting about is the new WarioWare game, potentially. We haven't really got much in terms of WarioWare on the Switch at all, but I remember on the DS, it was one of my favorite games, and me and my brother always tried to compete against each other. And so they're saying the WarioWare Laugh and Joy, which will be a new WarioWare title that takes advantage of the Joy-Cons, will be releasing on July 30th. I would think this would probably be a good idea, you know what I mean? Like, it sounds like a no-brainer to include WarioWare on the Switch. I think the Switch is perfect for WarioWare. I don't know if there was one on the Wii U. I don't think WarioWare was even really on a console ever. I think it was almost exclusively on like the handhelds, like the DS. So I think it's a perfect opportunity. I'm surprised we haven't got one yet already. Now, the next thing it says is Kirby in Another Dimension will be Kirby's first 3D platformer, will be arriving on the Switch on August 20th. I think wasn't there already, this would be like not a new game, right? I don't think this is a new game. I think this would be like a port. I think Kirby's. And I'm pretty sure I've seen in another dimension before on another console. If I'm wrong, correct me. I don't think I've ever played it before, but I would definitely like to try it maybe on Switch when it comes out. Potentially. Now this is a big one for me. So it says Super Mario Party 2 will be releasing on September 10th. This is weird because we just got online for the old Mario Party, but it makes me think that like maybe they didn't want to release Mario Party 2 and have that have online and have the first one not have online. So we know on the N64 we had a total of 3 Mario Party games. So it would not surprise me if they added like 1 or 2 more games for the on the Switch, because they could definitely even make it a lot different than the Mario Party that was on than the first one. Have all new mini games, have some new characters, have all new boards, and I think as long as they can stand together in one's, I don't think one would ever really replace the other. Like if you think of like how Jackbox does their games, like they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and people go back and play the other ones, like, all the time. So I think this is not only possible, I think it's likely we'll get a Mario Party. The only thing is, like, how are we gonna get 2 Mario Parties on Switch, which are brand new games, and we haven't really even gotten like a new Mario Kart game on the Switch. We've gotten just a port from the last one, which is kind of like a deluxe edition, but it says The Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap, which is going to be a remake of The Minish Cap along the lines of Link's Awakening, will be arriving on September 24th. And also, The Legend of Zelda: Four Swords, which is going to be a Nintendo Switch with online, will be a remake of Four Swords in the same graphical style as the Minish Cap remake. So these are both arriving on the 24th. I never played the Minish Cap, and I've only seen a little bit of gameplay on Four Swords. Maybe I did play Four Swords, actually. I don't know. But it is Zelda's 35th anniversary along with Mario, so it makes sense to me if the first like quarter of the year would be dedicated to Mario, the second quarter could be dedicated to Zelda, and I just hope, like, it says we're getting the Animal Crossing New Horizons Island Expansion Pass. I wanted to get more into that too for a minute, but like, what would they even add to the Expansion Pass if they are going to add like an Expansion Pass to it? I don't know what they would add to that at all. I have no idea. Like, what could they realistically add? Like, would they add more villagers? Like, if they could add, like, maybe 15 more villagers, add, like, maybe have, like, 2 more, maybe let you have 2 more villagers on your island, maybe make your island a little bit bigger, maybe give you, like, I don't know what they could do for it. I really don't know what they could do for it. Maybe add new items, new ways to customize your island, maybe add another layer to the top of it, maybe add, like, a little... Could they do like a basement kind of thing? I know you have a basement in your house already. Maybe have like a garage for your house. I don't really know, but let me know if we were to get a paid DLC for Animal Crossing, what would make it worth it for you guys? Like, what would you really want to see in the Animal Crossing DLC? 'Cause I don't know what I would want to see for myself. There's a lot of possibilities, I guess. But yes, and because now it does say a new Fire Emblem, The Holy War, which will be a remake of Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War, will be released on October 15th. Not really a big Fire Emblem person. Like I've not really touched the series like hardly ever. So like it sounds pretty cool, and if we do get it, I'm all for it. But like at the same time, I don't think it sounds unreasonable. Like if this person's trying to make if this is fake, which it obviously could be fake, but they're doing a pretty decent job of making this sound believable. Another Zelda game, which will be The Legend of Zelda Master Trinity, which includes the HD ports of Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Twilight Princess, all in HD. This, I think it's possible, but it's also weird that we're getting like, they're gonna have Skyward Sword be an HD remake and have that be a standalone, and give us like Twilight Princess and Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask all in 3D HD. I don't know, like I feel like that wouldn't happen, but also I don't know. I mean, it's possible. I just think it's possible for sure. I don't know if they're going to be doing it. So that'll be on November 5th, and then this is the big one. We don't really know the date yet for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And I think at E3, we're probably going to get the date for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Let's be honest. So yeah, I mean, I think that's also very legit. The only thing that kind of makes me feel like this is not true, I mean, you could definitely like justify this. There's nothing that they're talking about a new Smash DLC character, and I think we're almost 100% certainly going to be getting the next Smash character at E3 this year. And if they really knew like more about this stuff, I feel like they would be able to tell us. You know what I mean? They'd be able to tell us who the Smash character was and all that stuff. But I mean, I don't think they mentioned that at all. At least not yet. And so November 19th, I will say that that date for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl does sound legit. I mean, it's going to be probably November or late October, maybe September, but like, we know that Legends Arceus comes out in early 2022, so it wouldn't surprise me if we get Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl like in October, and that'll give us a good gap in between when that comes out and Legends Arceus. But, yeah, I don't know. And then it says, the Earthbound Trilogy, which is going to be a remake of all 3 Earthbound games, will arrive on December 3rd. Never really played Earthbound too much, so that, I mean, for me personally, I don't know, like, I'm not really too excited for it, but then, I mean, if you guys like Earthbound, that's gonna be really exciting. I feel like I don't know much about Earthbound, but you guys, this is the big thing that I think, so they go in detail about a bunch of games here. So, as for next year, expect Xenoblade X, Pokemon Legends Arceus, The Legend of Zelda, The Tempest of the Dark. Now I feel like that's probably like the remake, right? It's almost got to be like the sequel to Breath of the Wild. The Tempest of the Dark. I kind of like the name, if that really is a remake of Breath of the Wild. But the only thing is, they say that's going to be releasing around the same time as, they could release around Pokemon Legends Arceus, I guess. Okay, and then we have Yoshi's Woolly World Deluxe, a new Tamagotchi Life, Splatoon 3, and a new Mario Strikers for the very first half of next year. Dude, compared to what we got like this past year for Nintendo, that is such a fire lineup for games. Like, Xenoblade, what is Xenoblade X? Pokemon Legends Arceus, we know that's confirmed for early next year. I think the Legend of Zelda, Tempest of the Dark is probably going to be accurate. And then Yoshi's Woolly Adventure, Splatoon 3 we know about, and I think they did allude to a new Mario Strikers coming out. We know that in Luigi's Mansion, the new one, there was a poster of Mario Strikers in one of the rooms, and the developer of Luigi's Mansion also does make Mario Strikers, so like, if they were gonna, you know, maybe have a new Mario Strikers game, it would probably be a good way to, like, you know, hint at that potentially, so. And then it says a new Mario Kart will be coming out alongside, okay, wait, hang on. Splatoon 3 and a new Mario Strikers, and then Odyssey 2. A new Mario Kart, a new 2D Metroid, a new Fire Emblem, and a new Xenoblade are also in the works, but I can't give you a date or even a launch window for those yet. I unfortunately have not heard anything on Prime 4 or Bayonetta 3, and I doubt you will hear anything about them at E3. So, okay, if we everything above, if we get information on all those games, along with Xenoblade X, Legends Arceus, Tempest of the Dark for the new Breath of the Wild game, Yoshi's Woolly World Deluxe, a new Tamagotchi Life, Splatoon 3, Mario Strikers, Odyssey 2, Mario Kart, a new 2D Metroid, a new Fire Emblem title, and a new Xenoblade. Like, dude, like, Nintendo's gonna have the biggest E3 of all time. Like, this is gonna be the biggest E3 for Nintendo, in my opinion, that they've ever had. You can probably, I mean, people are probably gonna disagree with me on that, but like, there's just such a litany of good games that they're releasing here. You know, I'm obviously I don't, like, you know, I'm not gonna believe this without, like, I'm just gonna make sure I remember this, and if this is what we get when E3 comes, I'm gonna be so excited. But yeah, guys, let me know how you feel in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will reply to every comment that is posted, and then if there's anything that you guys think is not legit or doesn't sound like, you know, that it could be true, let me know in the comments, and I would love for one thing to be proven, like, that's not possible, and that would just throw this whole thing out the window. But I love you all very much, guys. Thank you again. I appreciate it, and peace.